I'm Greg Miller from kindafunny.com, and you're listening to Pro Plays. Pro players need not apply. What is it? You're bad though.
We're bad. We're really bad.
So if you're a pro player, just turn it off now. But if you're bad at games, are you as bad as these guys? Let's find out.
Thanks, Greg. For those of you who don't know, that's Greg Miller from Kinda Funny Games. Rob met him while he was overseas being our foreign correspondent. Certainly not just on a holiday.
No.
This is Pro Plays, as always, or sometimes. With me, I have Daniel.
What's up?
And Jared.
Good afternoon.
And we are ready to play some games. Badly.
Let's do it. Let's get into it.
Yeah. So we got, first of all, what have we been playing? Cover that real quick.
Division. Resident Evil 2.
Only the Division and then a little bit of Apex. Jump back onto it.
Is Resident Evil 2 and Apex like some sort of DLC for the Division?
Yes.
I've been playing Assassin's Creed Odyssey, getting back into that, avoiding the Division, as you two know.
Yes, as we have suffered immensely.
No, but you caught me up. It's fine.
Yeah.
Everything's fine.
It's all good.
So much so that you're appearing offline.
Yeah.
Just so you could get some Assassin's Creed in. You wanted to avoid the lads.
Interesting. Yeah.
You know.
Oh, awkward silence.
Anyway, so we got some news. Getting invited to parties all the time.
Yeah.
Million notifications. It's almost as bad as when Fortnite.
I can see you on Netflix. I'm inviting you to my party.
I had to watch those terrible movies.
Yeah. That went for like 2.5 hours.
Yeah, it did. It was really bad.
Why
Just
not?
for people who don't know, it's the Divergent trilogy. Fucking awful. Do not watch.
Never heard of it.
Or if you really like trashy films, watch it. Because it's just pure trash. But anyway, on to gaming news. So, there's a little bit, once again, a bunch of stuff that's popped up in really just the last few days. But last week, or the week before sometime, just after our last episode, we had the PlayStation State of Play, which is the, I guess, Sony's...
Nintendo Direct,
yeah. Essentially, it's PlayStation Direct. We had a bit of news come out of that, a few announcements. One really big one that's awesome and is going to be heaps of fun.
Everybody's got VR.
Yeah, there are two things that are going to be really fun. Probably three, actually. I'm just looking at the list of things announced. There's actually a lot. It was mainly VR stuff, so I think a lot of people, from what I could see online, responses weren't too thrilled because, you know, what's fun about VR other than living in your games?
There was a lot of disappointment online about the actual lineup of State of Play, how much VR was on there, but I don't think people quite understand how the Nintendo Direct PlayStation State of Play works. They can't just dish out all their content in one hit if it's going to be quarterly.
Yeah, I think, like, obviously Nintendo's had so much time perfecting Directs.
Yeah.
The format that the State of Play went for, or just, I don't know what format they're exactly going for, it worked, but I think people are expecting a lot more.
Yeah.
We had news in there about games already announced, and as much as it wasn't release dates, it wasn't anything really exciting.
Literally games that were either out or coming out within a month.
Yeah.
I think people wanted more future development out of it.
But we'll go through what was announced. So you got Iron Man VR game, which looks pretty cool. Be kind of fun to have you move controllers and pretend you're Iron Man. No?
Not for me.
No. Not a fan?
No. It looks terrible, but better than Anthem. So
yeah, no, it's it looked like complete shit.
It did. It looked like rail VR shooter Time Crisis. Nothing wrong with Time Crisis, but that it just, I don't know. I need more details. I need more gameplay. It looked like shit.
If they do a gameplay demo and it actually opens you up to flying around and stuff.
Yeah.
If it is just on rails, it will be disappointing, especially depending on how much they charge for it.
It looked like it was on rails.
Yeah.
Yeah, so if I wanted to play something on rails, I'd play Lilac Wars. And dominate the fuck out of it.
Yeah.
No.
No,
Fair.
just a swoosh.
No,
that one?
Yeah, case adjourned. Let's move on.
No, that's Fox.
Absolutely.
Fox
Star
McCloud.
You didn't
Yeah.
play, Jared.
What was it?
N64? Like that was.
Star Fox.
Yeah, no.
On rails.
No.
No.
Oh.
That was the best.
Eh.
I restarted that game. I hired it from the video store.
Fuck.
I never bought it. I hired it probably 15, 16 times. Cost me $3.95 each time. That wasn't that
So you
intelligent.
basically bought it.
Yeah,
Is what you're
twice. Yeah,
saying.
you bought it twice.
Yeah.
We've also got... I actually missed out a heap. We've got our little notes here, and I missed out a bunch of stuff. So Jared's going to take us through these ones that I missed.
Okay. Crash Team Racing.
Yeah, there was a reason I had missed that.
Big cult following on Crash Team Racing, though.
Yeah.
It was the...
Eh.
It's a clone of Mario Kart.
It is
And I'll admit
exactly a
that.
clone of Mario
It's a clone of
Kart.
Mario Kart, but PlayStation diehards don't have Mario Kart. This is their
Everybody has
version.
Mario Kart.
No, they don't. No, they don't.
Everybody
You're wrong.
has.
You need to just... No, you're wrong. It's going to be great. Yeah, it's just going to be great. It's literally Mario Kart with Crash Bandicoot. There's really not
Yeah.
much else more to say. It's a PlayStation Mario Kart.
I think the thing I was so unimpressed with this in the state of play was that all they were announcing was for PS4 exclusively. There will be the retro looks,
Yeah.
outfits. I don't know
Yeah.
what you call them. Like all the carts
Yeah,
and the character models look like they did in old Crash games from like the PS1.
and that all that information had been released previously. Like it's nothing new with the Crash Team Racing being announced. It's I don't. Did they give us a date? I don't know. I can't remember.
Yeah. No, it's coming out May or June, I
Yeah,
think.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, what else? Everybody's Golf VR. Now, for those of you that don't know Everybody's Golf, you basically have Asian cartoon characters,
Very anime.
non-serious golf game. One of the best golf games I've ever played. It's been around since forever, Everybody's Golf. Like PlayStation 1 previously as well.
Oh, I don't know. I only know Everybody's Golf on PS4.
Yeah, that's brilliant. So VR variant coming from that. Talked about this with a friend months ago, saying how cool it would be. Obviously,
They
I
were
was
listening.
right.
Government were listening.
Government were listening, and here we are. So I'll be keeping an eye on that one for when that comes out. Concrete Genie.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'll hand this over because I don't. They looked cool, but I don't really understand it. I don't think there's much information.
Oh.
Agreed.
Yeah. Is that
this will be cut out.
Is that your final comments? Or?
Oh, definitely.
Okay.
Yeah, Concrete Genie, I think it was announced a couple of years ago at E3. It looked really cool. It's got a cool art design, like, graffiti comes to life sort of thing. I think they showed a little bit more of how the gameplay will work. I thought it was a VR title, but it didn't have that VR pop-up.
No.
So,
I don't think it is.
yeah, I don't believe it's going to be VR.
No.
I thought it was one of those, like, you look down, godlike kind of thing on the
Third
thing,
person / side scroller /
but- yeah, but
thing. I think it's on the list to look out for.
Mm.
Yeah.
Certainly very interesting. I just realised just then, for some reason, I was thinking of Coco while I was looking at it. That's what I was thinking of.
Coco.
With
as
all-
in
The Disney.
Oh,
no,
yeah,
sorry, the Pixar.
yeah.
It's actually Pixar, isn't it? Coco.
Disney Pixar.
Yeah. And that is just all of like the high intense colours and all of that.
Mm.
When I was looking at it, I was like, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
But
Probably less sad.
yeah, well, it's not possible with this. That's okay. Cried like a baby. But the feel of it was quite impressive. But I think it'd grow old pretty quick.
Mm.
Yeah.
It's it's an indie game. It's gonna have its style is what brings you into it.
Definitely.
We'll see how the actual game plays out.
And one more that not a lot of information on, but it got a little bit of blood into Daniel. Ready, Set, Heroes.
Yeah.
It looks
Yeah.
like fun. You-
Big eh.
My thoughts were like a cartoony Diablo
yeah.
2, Diablo 3. Oh, well, not Diablo
With
3.
a competitive aspect.
Yeah.
Because it's the base of the game is 2 teams of 2. They both do some dungeon crawling and get gear and stuff. I think that was the basis of it. And then at the end of the dungeon, you come together and the teams fight each other. Cool if you can actually, if people play it.
Yeah, I'd have a look.
Yeah.
But it's no.
I feel like it'd be one of those 17, 19, 95 titles. You know, like
You would hope so.
yeah, I wouldn't pay any more than $20 for it. But in saying that, it was a short snippet. There might be more to it.
Yeah.
It would. It's one of those games where so many indies with those small sort of online
It had that.
aspects.
Yeah.
Like, so many people are vying for that market. Are you actually going to be able to get a decent game?
True.
Half the time.
Yeah, had that little fat princess vibe. Remember that game?
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
That sort of thing. So it'd be interesting to see how it plays out. Keep an eye out for it. Might be okay. That's pretty much all that we missed on that one.
All I missed in the notes. Just real quick, go through the list of stuff before we get to the meaty stuff in this. So Five Nights at Freddy's is getting a VR. Nothing too exciting about that. It's just going to be more jump scares, I assume.
You're not excited about that because you are scared of everything.
That's true. But at the same time, it is just more Five Nights at Freddy's.
We are pretty much going to put Matt on the VR headset and film him playing all the horror games on VR headset. And that is happening.
Yay!
And that is happening. So look out for that. I'm sure it'll be all over Facebook and social medias. It's happening.
Yeah. Sure. There was Vacation Simulator, which is like I don't think it's DLC. I think it's a whole nother game for Job Simulator, which looks fun.
What was that other simulator? There was another one. I can't remember it. It was another VR one, early title. Different rooms, different worlds.
Trover Saves the Universe?
Nah.
No. The other ones were like Trover Saves the Universe. Now there's a few other little indie ones that they've announced, like Falcon Age, which is you basically solve puzzles with some pet falcons and owls and stuff.
That looked cool.
Yes.
It does look cool.
You can fist bump a falcon, and you're telling me it's not cool. Come on now.
It looks cool. I just want to see more of it.
Yeah, true.
Now, the two probably biggest ones, at least in my opinion, first one, Blood and Truth, which is kind of an expansion upon the London Heist from the VR Worlds demo.
Very excited for this one.
Big game, all about secret agents? Or is it
well,
more criminals? Cops and robbers kind of stuff?
I think it's that's odd. I think it's I think it's more criminal cops and robbers, sort of heisty but not as grungy as London Heist. But I could be completely wrong. Like, it has a spy vibe to it as well.
That's what I got.
Yeah.
It was very like, here is your mission.
I did miss that one at PAX, so that's a bit disappointing, but that's very high on my playlist.
Oh, I am keen for that.
Yeah.
I hadn't really heard about it. I think it's been in development for a while.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I haven't heard about it, but it actually looks really good.
Well, if they can take London Heist into a full game, oh, what a game.
We just watched that before we started recording, and I don't even know what you're talking about. So it clearly didn't capture me very well.
You're not much of a
That
VR
sounds
guy,
about right.
though, really?
Correct.
Yeah.
But the big one, the biggest one,
Oh,
Trover Saves the Universe.
not that.
Here
You
we go.
skipped over that
I
way
said
too
it.
quickly. I know, you
I
just said it. Rick and Morty.
Yeah. I mean, it looks like a little platformer puzzle game. It'll be funny. It'll be great. But it's no Man's Sky beyond.
Oh.
VR support, full VR support for the whole game of No Man's Sky. It's not just a small portion. I am going to fly spaceships for the rest of my life.
And for those of you who don't know, No Man's Sky, space exploration game. Rocky launch came through with updates, making it 1,000 times better. VR has always been on the list of wants from pretty much everyone in the community that plays this game. And they finally come through. First reviews look insane. Insane.
There's been some people that are lucky enough to have some hands-on with the VR version, and by all reports, it's incredible. I can't wait.
Oh, it's going to be
There's
fantastic.
no date for it yet, which is annoying me.
No.
But that was all to come out of the State of Play. Now, Jared and I both have VR. PlayStation VR.
Yeah.
Would any of this make you want to get a VR, Daniel?
Oh, absolutely fucking not.
Not even Trover?
I don't even know if that was VR, was it?
Yeah, it's a VR only game.
VR only game.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Not even slightly. I would come over here to have a quick little squiz and a little play. But I'm not going to...
You're not allowed. Sorry.
Yeah, I'm not going to fork out that kind of money for it. But No Man's Sky, I mean, it's just... We just go straight back to Sea of Thieves. It's just the same
Get
thing.
out.
What?
Get out. There's
okay,
the door.
real quick question. What would draw you to VR?
Masturbation simulator.
True.
Just close your eyes.
No, honestly...
Use your imagination.
There's not really much that would drag you in, is there? Like,
probably flying
Footy
in like a
simulator?
TIE fighter.
So, have you played the Star Wars Battlefront 1, like 2015 VR?
No, I haven't. But is it immersive?
Yes.
Okay.
You're in an X-Wing, mate.
Yeah, I'd probably enjoy that.
yeah, okay.
But outside of that, like, it's got to be the Star Wars world.
Yeah,
for me.
I admit they need a really good VR Star Wars game.
Yeah.
AFL Evolution 2 VR.
It's just not going to work.
Oh, mate, it
Handball.
work. Handball.
So it's a handball simulator.
Literally just handballing. That's all you could do.
I'll run.
Lose handball. Yeah, you're not going to
What?
get that because footy.
Yeah. You know,
Your face just went like blank. It's like you had a stroke.
I was
It's
on
gone.
board talking about sports, and then you actually made a sports comment, and I got confused.
No Man's Sky doesn't have a purpose, and that will never be able to be a game to me.
What is my purpose?
Exactly.
Pass the butter.
There is no butter to be passed in space, so there's no purpose. Like, that is not a game. It's just like Sea of Thieves. They're not games. They're pretty, and there's nothing else.
All right. Well,
Well,
in
we
that
could go on about
case,
this all day.
we'll agree that you're wrong,
Yeah.
and we'll move on.
It's 2v1, so
Jesus Christ.
So, we will move on, though. Next up, we had, I think this was the start of this week, this news. So, the Nintendo Labo VR is coming out. I think it's tomorrow. It's sometime this week. It's very soon.
yeah.
A lot sooner than I thought it was before I
get
looked into it. But Super Mario Odyssey and Breath of the Wild are going to have support for that Labo VR.
So full game for Breath of whatever it's called, the
Breath
Wild.
of the Wild, Legend of Zelda.
I don't think it's full support for Mario.
No, Odyssey's going to have some little levels where you can, I believe, like, moving the camera around and stuff will help you look for things. Breath of the Wild is what looks nauseating, like nauseatingly full VR support where you actually, like, the camera angle is moving around all the time. There's so much going on. I don't get how it won't.
I honestly don't get how third person in VR works. Like, it's not...
It has to be fixed point.
Yeah, like, it's... Like, I know Astrobot and stuff was a phenomenal game and it worked really well. But, like, to me, VR, my VR immersion, I want to be looking through the eyes of what I'm controlling.
I agree.
Not-
That's the most immersive.
Not looking down from the sky like a god.
Yeah.
So,
No, I completely agree. That it looked confusing with Breath of the Wild.
yeah.
It'll be interesting. Like, I kind of want to get it now, but I don't know whether it's worth.
How does it stick to your face?
Yeah, like, that's the other thing. They show it with just the cardboard, like, Google Cardboard type VR headset
Yeah.
attached to the Switch, with the controllers still attached, so then do you have
Yeah.
to hold that up? It doesn't look...
My arms hurt thinking
Comfortable.
about it.
Yeah. We had... yesterday? I
Yeah.
think it was yesterday.
And the day before.
And the day before. Division 2 got a big update. We're going to go into, like, a review of that update later, but just some key points about it and what the update brought. So it's basically brought episode 1 of their first year launch stuff. I think it's episode 1, or it's just the post-launch stuff.
Yeah, it's year one. Year one, section 1.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's called Invasion Battle for DC, which has opened up the Tidal Basin Stronghold, which is like a dungeon type thing, but with bullets. It's upgraded the world tier to world tier 5, so you can get better gear and stuff after completing that. Your gear can go up to a level of 500. There's like sets and all that sort of thing have been added to give you extra bonuses if you collect them all. There's been a heap of quality of life stuff, so something we were struggling a bit with was skills and skill power, which is still there, but they've simplified it a bit. I think they've lowered requirements for a lot of stuff. which was just crazy high. I don't know. I think you were looking through it, Daniel.
I think they made some changes, but they brought in some bugs with the changes. So all up, I didn't find a huge change to skill power. I know you were mentioning it, but they simplified a few things to make it easier to get your gear to work with the skills requirements more easily. But at the end of the day, unless you're only going for skill power, then you still can't put mods into your skills. You still need 7,500 skill power to do that.
The thing is, when you're sitting there looking at your inventory screen and you've got a skill power of 245 and you put a mod on it, it's 7,500 for it to work. It's like, I don't even bother with it anymore. It's like, I'm not going to even attach anything because it's just not achievable.
And I think that we understand that means that you're only putting mods in if your skill power are orientated for those devices. So we get that, but it still probably needs a couple of reworks. And yeah, certainly since we've been playing with the bugs that have been introduced, the AI is just all over the place.
True, a lot more running around.
Yeah,
a lot of killing enemies, and then they're just T-posing everywhere, which is
so
for those who don't know, it's like the pose. They just stand with their arms stretched out. It's like the pose that models are put in when they develop.
That's how they model a character.
Yeah.
They have it standing straight up, either arms out, arms by the side, just so they can see every angle of the character. And everywhere I turned, it was just character models standing upright. And it's quite confusing, because I'll turn around a corner and I'll start gunning this thing down, but there might be an actual enemy next to it that I can't hit because I'm shooting this thing. Yeah. And I'm just getting wiped.
It's kind of funny for a game that had such an amazing smooth launch.
Such a good launch.
First update, and there's a heap of bugs introduced. Mind you, still a million times better.
Yeah. Running on garbage? Can't do it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway.
So that's the Division 2 sort of quick news update, and we'll review that properly.
Oh, and the raid, end of April.
Oh, yeah. There's a raid coming end of April, which we will definitely be playing that one.
Yep.
April 25th.
April 25th?
Yes. Yeah. Yes, that's right.
Excellent. Day after Avengers.
True.
So excited. But yeah, that will go a bit more into detail into like how we found Tidal Basin and all that, the sort of path to the top gear level we can get so far. Next up, Jared, this is your specialty.
Yes, I'm just going to have to get you boys to step aside. Just have to say one thing. Mayhem is coming. Been waiting for a long time for this game. I just assumed that they didn't know how to do the cover art, but it is happening. Borderlands 3 is released in September, I think the 13th roughly.
Something like
9th, 13th, something like that.
Yeah.
So Borderlands 3, post-apocalyptic world, 4-player co-op loot. / solo. Built for co-op, I believe. I feel like it's built for it.
I played the first one, and I never...
You can play solo, you can play co-op. It supports 4 players, post-apocalyptic loot shooter. One of the best. Best franchise loot shooter I've ever played. One of my top games of all time. So a couple of little key points from that. We had an announcement trailer last week which took the world by storm. Couple of things on a downside. Now, I don't really like Epic Store exclusiveness. Now, everybody hates it. I don't care.
I could not give two shits.
I don't give a shit. Like,
you're on a PC, you are on a computer that can run these games. It's just through a different launcher.
Yeah,
like,
who cares?
If you're on a console, so what was it? Rise of the Tomb Raider?
Yeah.
That was console exclusive on, I think it was Xbox.
Yeah.
It was Xbox or PlayStation for like six months. You would have to go out and buy a brand new console to be able to play that when it came out, originally. On a PC, you just have to download a different launcher.
It's not hard.
I'm very confused by the people who are outraged by the Epic Store and that launcher.
Wait. You're confused about outraged nerds. That's confusing you.
Yeah.
Yes, it makes me outraged.
White nerds aged 19 to 37
aren't outraged.
that are Completely outraged. This is confusing you.
Yes, as a white nerd, aged 19 to, what was it, 37?
Correct.
I'm outraged by their outrage.
It is their life. Their entire life is being outraged about simple things.
It's true. It's very confusing as a person who's been a console player for most, until like a year ago.
See, I was always PC.
Yeah, but
And I
like...
don't give a shit about this
Exactly.
stuff. I like to have everything in its place. Everything in one spot. So, Steam for me, back in the day, was great. All my games could go on Steam. You can just add a shortcut for the Epic game onto Steam. You can do that. Just add it and it'll come up as a non-Steam game, shortcut, it's in your list. Who cares? Is it a pricing thing? Are they worried about
No,
they're gonna...
as far as I can tell, the only legitimate concern that I've heard is that Epic has had more, like, data leaks than Steam. But
who cares?
that's just a symptom of living in 2019.
Yeah.
Like, Facebook, just the other day, there was something like 500 million people's details might have been leaked.
Oh, cool.
Like, I mean, this happens all the time.
Yeah.
Why are we concerned over who has what game?
And let's be honest, Steam don't ever do the third installment of anything. Half-Life. Left 4 Dead.
Very true. Oh, Left 4 Dead.
Fuck you, Steam. Valve. Jerks. Anyway, so, on a more positive note about Borderlands 3, 1 billion weapons. Now, 1 billion weapons is, interpretation. It could be different variants of those guns, but that's cool. So, for those of you who are familiar with Borderlands 2, there was only a shared loot system, so it was hilarious. So, if a great gun drops, first in gets it. No one else gets it.
Well, that's shit.
No, it's great, because it would piss you off so much, and I would just make sure I did it. What they're implementing now is the option for personal or shared loot. So you can play classic or you can play personal loot. So if you want to matchmake with randoms, you can go personal loot so everybody gets the drop. It's good. You got options there. They're not forcing you into one or the other. So you can go classic mode, shared loot. Great. Personal loot when you're playing with random jerks, which would be me, because I would take your loot.
Always.
Fearless. New worlds. New worlds confirmed. So, historically, Borderlands set in the one environment, one world. Well, one world, multiple environments. From the look of the trailer, and I think there has been some actual confirmation that there will be multiple worlds that you can travel to.
It certainly looked a bit more like that.
Yeah. I think they actually have announced that it's happening. Yeah. We're getting gameplay trailer. 1st of May, so we'll be able to actually see what's going on, see some guns being thrown and legs grown, and
it definitely looked like there was a lot more going on in this than in previous ones. Like, they're using the power of the new generation of consoles.
Yeah, oh yeah,
a lot.
yeah, I agree, fully. Now this would be a good one for us, so level sync co-op experience, meaning that if I grind it for 15 hours straight and I'm at level whatever, and you're starting up the game, it'll bump you up to my level, same power. The loot will drop at that
But
level.
will it work?
It'll work.
Will
It'll
it?
work.
Yeah.
It'll
Will
work.
it?
And what they're thinking is that it'll, when you go back to your game, the loot that you've gathered
Will scale.
will scale back.
Oh, that's fraught with danger.
Big claim. Big claim.
So, I have all the faith in the world of it. I haven't had a bad experience with Borderlands.
I'm keen.
Yeah.
I haven't had, like, every time I've gone to play Borderlands, I haven't had a group of people to actually play it as, because it's meant to be played with 4 people.
It's
Four people
it's meant to be played
playing
with
in a
friends.
squad. But that's never just happened because, you know, I had no friends in high school.
Yeah, fair. You don't really have any now, so
It's true.
like, yeah, we're just here doing things.
I just pay these guys to show up and talk. But yeah, it's just gonna be interesting to see how it goes in that.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be great. I think it'll be fine. It's fine. You know,
It's fine.
it's fine.
It's all fine.
And one last thing, just weapon brand features, which is a new little thing. Like, certain brands will have elemental damage. I know one of the brands will, when you reload your gun, you actually throw the gun away. It grows legs, reloads, and chases
Which
the enemy shooting.
they're all made up
Yeah.
brands.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
It sounds cool.
I'm overly hyped for it. Like, I can't wait. But But that's pretty much all I have for Borderlands 3. That will be on my watch list, and I'll be keeping a very close eye on that.
I'll say your energy is contagious, but it is a wait and see for me.
Yeah, no, that's fair. So we've got a couple more bits of news. One thing which isn't entirely game related, although we did talk about Iron Man earlier. Avengers Endgame tickets finally went on sale this past week. Crashing ticketing websites worldwide.
What is the Avengers Endgame?
Get out. I'm super keen. I'm just hoping that, when are we going to get this? What is it? It was called, the Avengers Project. It was something by Square Enix. It was meant to be making a game. An Avengers game.
We've got so Marvel Strike on mobile. What more do you want?
Well, we're getting Ultimate Alliance 3, which is awesome. But
MMO,
where the
RPG,
hell?
Avengers game. It's not that hard. Just do it. Make it. Oh, that was my anger drop. Sorry.
Fuck. They had it. They had an MMO. Diablo type game.
When?
It was called Marvel something.
Was it good?
I liked it. It was just they had no servers in Australia, so there was always lag. But it was made by, I think it was Gazillion? I can't remember who. But it crashed and burned because it was based off microtransactions. It was free to play.
Oh, I remember that.
Yeah, it was good. I liked it. Diablo clones are
It's
always
still
pretty
out.
fun.
There was a DC one too. Was it?
Really?
Yeah. I'm pretty sure.
I remember there being a DC MOBA.
I definitely feel like I'm making stuff up, but...
Probably.
That's cool. We don't
That's
need
what
facts.
we do here.
No.
Facts are for people who are true. Full.
Fake news. That's what we do.
But that's it about the Avengers. That's me just basically saying that, so hopefully my message gets out to the world to actually make that game happen. One final bit of news. This is came up in the past week from Jason Schreier from Kotaku. I'm sure people have heard about it. Basically, the reason why Anthem was so shit is because the development cycle was just
lack of leadership.
horrible.
Lack of leadership and vision. But that's why everything's shit. Anything that
Definitely.
is shit is generally shit because of lack of leadership and vision. It just sucks that it was such a good concept and they had to go and completely fuck it up.
Yeah.
I'm angry. I'm sorry.
Definitely.
I was so keen for that game and then played it and then it was still I was I'm having fun, but I don't know what I'm doing.
Yeah,
there's no purpose.
We hyped it big time in episode 2 and we were all over it and we were smashing it and we were putting big hours into it. And
we dropped it pretty much straight after that.
Yeah,
I don't remember
literally
playing
after that podcast, it just became unplayable. But now we know. We know we've got a reason why that they just had no capacity to win at that one. They thought they were going to find a way to win. If you do want to, we encourage you to go out and watch that Kotaku article for sure. That was very in depth and explained to us. It gave us closure after the terrible experience of Anthem.
Very much
closure.
We were upset. We've mourned. We've moved on. Anthem's dead.
Yeah, I can't see me. Can't see me going back to it myself.
Fuck.
Delicious.
Words.
Yeah, words.
And then there's nothing else to report.
No,
There's nothing
that's
left
true.
on the list.
There is
Moving
nothing
on.
else to report because there's no new Age of Empires.
Fuck
news.
off.
I quit. I'm done. I'm out.
Technically, you told the truth there.
Oh, you did actually.
There was no news.
You man. You.
All right.
I've got anger inside me about Age of Empires now. I used to love Age of Empires.
You're right, because
And
they
now
won't tell you anything about the new
And
one.
now it's burning inside how much I hate it.
Yeah, I know. I just
Not
wish
because of
they'd
this
give more
release.
news.
No. Anyway.
All right.
Okay.
Time for the segment that we promised last podcast.
Oh, yeah, because
Oh,
I actually
yeah.
forgot about it.
Yeah, we nearly forgot about this.
Homework. Homework
I
was
didn't
done.
do mine.
I did. I had a shower and I thought about it in the shower and I listened to some things that Matt sent me.
Okay, so wait, just if you didn't listen to last week's episode, you should. But if you didn't, we'll forgive you. We had a bit of a tiff.
Always.
Let's say it was a mass debate.
Correct.
True. Over video game music and what has the best and why is it not Red Dead Redemption 2? Because it doesn't have the best. It's up there. It's probably top 10.
Now, the best is always going to be opinions of other people. Like, it's...
Oh,
but
for
Daniel's is wrong. But it doesn't matter.
Exactly.
Like, it's fine, because...
I'm sitting over here quietly waiting my turn.
I sent a couple of things through to Daniel to listen to.
My reasoning for everything is that Red Dead 2 to me was far more revolutionary than anything you sent through to me. I appreciated everything that you sent, and I got it, and I understood. But what I must say is we broke it down. We had a bit of a chat before the podcast. We broke it down a little bit, and we had a look at probably the fact that we were being a little bit too broad. So we're talking about scores, we're talking about music that they've put in and created with the game, to be developed with the game. Then there's also soundtracks.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of different aspects when we're talking about video game music. So I don't really care about all of that because it's all too complicated. I kind of zoned out when you were saying that.
Yeah, that sounds right.
And
most people do.
I think I was eating a hot dog, so I was just...
At the end of the day, I'm just going to group them all together and talk about my best experience. So obviously, I was talking about Red Dead 2 last podcast and explaining to everybody that I felt that it was revolutionary and my experience in the game was the best. I did forget about GTA San Andreas and the impact that soundtrack, and that was music. When you get in the car, the music comes on, you have the radio stations on. The impact that had on my life was just fundamentally groundbreaking. I didn't even know genres existed until San Andreas and playing through that. Those country did not exist as a genre of music.
But then
to me.
how did you build your house?
But that's Red Dead 2.
I realise that.
This is San Andreas. This was amazing. That soundtrack is just...
Agreed.
And it hits every genre. It hits home so well. You could jump onto any one of those channels and enjoy the fuck out of yourself just driving around. I would steal cars and just go for a joyride.
We're not talking about Grand Theft Auto now. This is just normal day
Absolutely.
living. Yeah.
But no, I do agree because I can actually... The two stations that I listened to the most were, I think it was KDST and K-Rose.
K-Rock?
No, it was K-Rose.
Is that the country one?
Was there
That's the
K-Rock?
country one.
And there was K-Rock too?
There's KDST,
Yeah.
which was the, like... Oh, no, wait, there was K-Rock, which was the classic rock.
Yeah, I like that.
KDST was the, like, grunge rock.
Yeah.
And K-Rose was the country.
K-Rock. Ooh. So good.
But the fact that I can remember those station names...
That says a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I admit that had a like, very amazing soundtrack to
And
it.
everyone's going to agree with me when I say Young Turks, Rod Stewart. What a tune. Wouldn't have known about it
Sure.
except for San Andreas. And then obviously White Wedding. I've already forgotten the guy's name.
Billy
just
Idol?
said it, but-
Billy
Billy Idol. We just said it before. So honestly, that's my final thoughts on it. I just think that you guys were all wrong with everything that you were saying.
What
and
about...
I'll continue
We
to
were
think that.
talking about The Witcher 3 as well beforehand.
Mm.
Do you reckon that would be as good a game if they didn't have as good a music with it?
No, I think that I, as a person, have always undervalued the impact that music has had on my gaming experience. And I've only realised that since Red Dead 2.
So, like, yeah, for example, if you took out the music from something like The Witcher 3, it would impact the game.
Definitely.
Now.
Definitely.
Yeah.
I think I've undervalued it my entire gaming
I
career.
feel like I've won then.
I've often turned the music right down. Often in games because... Well, not all games, but I think just the ones that have been composed poorly compared to the ones that I really enjoyed. Like God of War, that's my thing. That's my all-time favourite. I love it. It's brilliant.
But that's back to my point, is that you are so impacted by the effect that the music's had on you that you've physically gone to turn down the music. Means that it's impacting you.
Yeah,
That's
in a
true.
negative way.
But it doesn't
Yeah.
matter whether it's negative or positive because
Yeah.
it's had a high impact.
True.
And you would just say before Red Dead, you wouldn't have noticed that.
Exactly. And it was groundbreaking for me. It was an emotional, fantastic experience. I loved every second of the Red Dead soundtrack.
Yeah.
Every single second. And I will not stop advocating for how powerful
it
that
was
music
good, but it was no God of War good.
I can't comment because I haven't played God of War.
Yeah.
And I know that is a blight on my existence, and I
Well-
will admit that.
Well, we might leave it there. I feel like going on, we'll probably take a bit more look at the music in some of the games we play.
Well, I'll take more notice.
It's a great topic.
Just to find something better than what Daniel's saying.
And that's fine. I want to be beaten on this because that just means that I'll enjoy music more.
We may revisit this like once a month.
Yeah.
I actually, just briefly, I have actually found the music in Division 2 to be really good for some of the like action sequences.
Trials
haven't
Rising,
noticed it.
that was good music.
True.
That was heavy music.
Hold on a second.
Good.
How can you hear the music when it's so dark?
All right, we'll move on to the review then.
Yeah.
I actually played with my TV settings and HDR settings and
With
managed
yourself.
to get that too. Managed to get it to a point where I can actually see in the dark.
Nah, you're lying.
And what, you go in the light and it's like...
No. No, like I thought my HDR on my
Staring
TV
at the
wasn't
sun.
actually working properly, and I've fixed up all my settings, and now I can actually see semi-decent.
So when the screen's completely black, you're saying that
But
you see
I don't
things.
get that.
No, that's bullshit.
It's like more of a grey.
So in other words, I should turn the brightness up too, that'd be fine.
Correct. No, I don't know.
I've just resorted to holding a torch on the screen now and it's just not working.
No, I love what you said before. Apparently there's a video of someone that's lit themselves on fire deliberately and run through a passageway so they can fucking see. Now that is using
to
your
confirm,
thoughts.
that's in the game. That's not outside of the game.
Oh god, that's great.
Look, so what? It came out Friday. The update.
Game of the year.
Oh, it's definitely my game of the year at the moment. No, another game would have to do a lot to surpass it. It has been such an enjoyable, 3 weeks?
2 weeks, 3 weeks?
2 or 3 weeks of just this game coming out. It's every time I've jumped on, I haven't really felt like even going through the loot cycle of just repeating strongholds.
Yep.
And going through, it hasn't got boring yet.
No.
It will. Like, we're hitting a point where we've got to wait for the raid. That's going to hit a point where I'm going to play other games, but I'm going to be happy when that comes out so I can go back to it.
It feels like a game that we'll go back to. We're very good at writing a game off and never going back. I'm feeling like we'll go back to this one.
Yeah.
The big influence for me for loving this game so much is that they actually released a functional fucking game.
Definitely.
Like, if that came out... and it was-
Ubisoft kicking goals.
If it came out broken, and then they fixed it like a week later, that's going to impact my experience. I'm not going to go and play that again.
Fallout 76.
Yeah.
Yeah. I used to love when you guys were like, no, it's great, we're having great... Well, Rob, it's great, we're having a great time, it's so much fun. I'm like,
Completely broken.
Yeah. I kind of want to go into more of what we didn't do in our review originally and talk a bit about the enemy types, because they did change after you hit that top world tier, which I think we all only did after that episode.
Correct.
Yeah.
So they bring in...
Top world tier launched yesterday.
Well, yeah. They bring in a new faction. So in the game, there's 3 factions when you start out.
Hyenas,
Outcasts, True
and
Sons.
True Sons.
Yeah, and they're all pretty, like, stock standard enemies. They've all got, you got your standard soldier type, you've got a person who, like, rushes your position, you've got medics, you've got captains.
Grenades, elites.
Yeah, like, they're all pretty basic. One explodes you, one shoots you with a shotgun, the others are just grunts. But the Black Tusk bring in those units and they kind of change everything that they do. So the ones that rush you don't actually rush you. They send little drones out to you that explode you, which I believe Daniel loves.
Well, the thing is that it took me 10 to 15 hours of gameplay and getting very slowly frustrated to last night realising that no one else gets shot in the division except for me, because I'm always at the front and potentially doing the most DPS, so I get focused by everything.
That's true.
And these guys aren't doing anything and not getting focused.
We're not getting shot at, so
Excuse me.
why would I shoot back if I'm not getting shot at?
I
Once again,
decided to
what's your
rage.
gear score? Gear score's 475, and mine is 476.
Look, I went full rage last night. I will admit it. The entire time I did not realise that these guys were not getting shot at. And it's been this whole fucking funny joke because I'm the only one taking damage and still these guys get knocked How the hell does that work?
Watch it
Because-
over once.
Oh my
It's what it feels like sometimes.
Yeah.
I will say that some of the enemies are just way too overpowered. Like, the fact that you pop out for a couple of seconds and then you're just down from what appears to be a couple of bullets.
We didn't mention snipers.
No, snipers are
You're right,
And
though.
doggos.
Well, the doggos are just a variant of a sniper, as you've stated too. So
Yeah.
that's what they've done with Black Tusk is the extra faction, and they basically just incorporate new. So they've got a
Mainly
robot.
drones.
Yeah, but
Lot of
the
drones.
robot as well is shooting you on the reg, and it can also
short
fire
circuit
grenades.
robot. Yeah, little short circuit, that movie.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but look, it's what you're talking about with your thoughts that some characters are overpowered. I completely disagree with you. I really do. I think that
I might have murdered that purdly. Worded that poorly.
do it. What I would say on it is that it's an incredibly frustrating game at times, and it spurs me on to get better. And I think I've mentioned this in the last podcast, and it's getting more like that, and I'm really enjoying that.
Sorry.
The big thing is, from World Tier 4, you've got enemies who are playing from cover, a little bit more strategic. They're still like separating out around, making it a bit more difficult. World Tier 5 shown that they literally will just sprint straight at you, around you, behind cover. It completely changed the whole... And I don't know if it was on purpose, but it changed it changed the whole dynamic of the game. It turned it from a cover shooter to basically a runaway shooter, and let everybody aim at Daniel shooter.
It's true.
Yeah, and there's plenty of people online at the moment who have noticed the same thing, that it literally, like, at the moment you go up to the next one, they sprint straight to where you are, around behind you.
So I'm fine. I'm fine with all of this. It's changing your strat. So the strat then is that you need to take them down. You need to actually shoot at them, Jared.
No.
You need to take them down before they get in behind you. So look, it's all new strats, and I'm happy with all of it.
Oh yeah,
I love the fact that it feels hard.
I'm not unhappy. I'm just noticing that there is a massive difference in how it plays now.
Yeah.
I actually think it is perfectly balanced.
Yeah.
I actually don't... I don't think I've gone to a fight and felt like that it was just completely unbeatable.
That's because we play with Daniel and he does most of it. So
That's true.
yeah.
Except for control point level 4s. For anyone out there that's tried to control point
Public
level 4,
service announcement.
if you have succeeded, we would like you to let us know how, because we need help.
We haven't tried it with 3 yet.
We haven't tried it with 3. We haven't tried it with 4. It's so hard.
And
I
so
want to try it.
yeah, I don't.
It's really hard. It's a really hard way to try to get... I think that's how you get your mobs, to be
It's
honest.
just emotionally scarring.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
But a lot of... Once again, it's spurring me on to try to get better, but Jared wants to go and try it again, and I said, no, we need to wait until we're geared and we have the full squad.
We're more geared
So,
now.
look, we were doing a level 3, then for some reason Daniel decided to aggro in the convoy. So now, for those of you who don't know, you increase the alertness level of control points by taking down resource convoys. They're usually
Which basically makes it hard.
elite mobs, yeah. So it increases the level, makes it harder. There's 4 levels, 4 being the hardest. Now, we had a very serious discussion about, let's not aggro this mob. Jared, go as far right as you possibly can. Do not aggro. I wasn't even anywhere near this, full disclosure. And I came
Probably
back.
the turret again.
And
They came back. They left the control point. They came back. We aggroed it. We upped it to level 4. Look, I killed everything that was on the screen. And then it went up to level 4. And then we all of a sudden died, of course. It was scarring, like Jared
of
said.
natural causes. I can't get over it.
We're going to overgear before we try it again. It is so difficult. And I'm thinking that the raid is going to be easy. I'm putting it out there. The raid is going to be easier than control point level 4s.
I feel like
We'll
control
come back
point
to
level
that.
4. It must go because there's difficulty. There's normal, hard. Is there actually there's a harder?
It's challenging and heroic.
Yeah.
Challenging, heroic. I feel like if you put it on 3, it's challenging. If you put it on 4, it's heroic. They must just scale it like that.
True.
So
You're probably
many
right.
clips into a guy's head just to get him down. And look, I love it, but we just need to be so coordinated.
That
to get
heroic
it.
stronghold we did, that was fun.
No, it wasn't.
Walk in,
All 5
walk
seconds
in,
of it.
Walk in. What?
Walk
Okay,
out.
walk out.
But we are definitely going to keep playing that.
Oh, yeah.
It's oh my god. Like we said,
Quitters never win.
except if it's Anthem.
Yeah.
Then we won by
We
not
won.
playing.
You won by not buying that.
Yeah, true. We made the mistake there.
Yeah, I didn't buy that one.
Well played.
Lucky.
Yeah.
Pro play.
Pro plays.
Battlefield 5.
Firestorm.
Firestorm, yes.
Firestorm in particular, yeah.
Um,
I like Battlefield, so I like it,
yep, I also like Battlefield, so I like it.
but I don't like it at the same time.
I also like Battlefield. I don't like to wait for 15 minutes to get a game.
No.
Do you also think it's a bit of Battle Royale fatigue?
No.
No, I would
Not at
play
all?
it for sure.
No,
If I could get a game.
we couldn't get a squad game when I first played. It took... Did we get one?
No, we didn't get a game.
No, we had like
We
40 minutes or something. It was
No,
close to 30 odd minutes.
We timed out twice, and they were 8-minute queues, and
Okay.
it timed out twice.
Damn.
Yeah, and then I went in solo instantly.
Yep.
And then...
Encouraging
me
you to
and
play by yourself, that doesn't make sense to
Yeah.
me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How do you fuck up Battlefield?
They do seem to, ever since, since Battlefield 5 came out, it's like they don't have as many servers as Battlefield 1 did.
It's killing me.
Yeah,
God, that was a good
There's
game.
more there'd be more servers for Battlefield 4.
probably.
Yeah.
But that's because can't you get private servers? Battlefield 4,
I think
whereas-
so, yeah.
And you could on 1, but you,
You could
can't
hire
on
them through a
5.
console, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you could do quite a
Why
lot.
wouldn't you do that on... Hire a
I don't know,
Firestorm
they've
server,
made
crush that.
some weird choices.
Yeah.
But
That's unlike EA, though.
Hmm?
It's unlike EA.
Oh, definitely. But vehicles. Exactly. The vehicles in it are really fun.
Yeah.
Like driving around in a tank, and especially things you have limited ammo.
Yeah.
Stupidly limited, right?
No.
No, some tanks are like 9 shots.
Yeah, I think that's fine.
Yeah, but I mean,
Because you
no,
can
I'm happy about
instant kill people.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
It's kind of interesting to play it a bit more tactfully,
Yeah,
knowing that you don't
exactly.
have a ton of ammo,
that. Correct.
and you've also got to have fuel. So you got to be like, all right, where am I actually going?
Which is the Battle Royale premise.
Mm.
Yeah.
It's everything a battle royale should be. Not obviously exactly, but it's got all the right ingredients. It's just
the cake tin's real shit.
yeah, exactly.
Definitely. And
Yeah.
here is our just overall opinion on it. If you don't own Battlefield 5, do not buy Battlefield 5 to play Firestorm.
True.
Unless
No, don't do
No,
it.
not even
unless
unless.
like a
just
ton of people buy it, and then it's easier to get into a game. So if you could do that,
if you're gonna buy it, bulk buy it.
pyramid scheme,
Get
tell
your dad
your
to play
friends.
it.
Yeah. Don't even play it, Dad. Just sit there in the queue. It'll be fine.
Yeah. That's how you make it better.
Yeah.
But yeah, I really like it. It's just
Yeah.
We will. There's one other discussion topic I wanted to have.
Mhm.
If there's anyone out there that agrees with me, that's great. But also, I don't give a fuck.
True.
I was expecting, because it's called Firestorm, and I know that I was dumb in this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was expecting. No, I even think we all were to a certain degree.
To
I never
Yeah.
was.
Okay,
I
so it was
was.
just me and Rob, I think, and maybe Jared.
Yeah.
So, I want a battle royale game. If you're gonna have these storms, I want you to die almost instantly outside. in the
5
storm.
seconds.
5 seconds. You've got 5 seconds out in the storm, and then you're dead. So you're dropping 20% health per second out in the storm.
It would definitely
Wait,
have to move slow.
Wait, like how?
No,
how,
and
long,
I'm-
how long would it take to die in fire? Matt, stand still for a minute.
And that's what I'm saying. So you're talking firestorm. It's actual fire. You can't see anything. So
It's
they
napalm, so it's coming in. It's coming in hot.
Yeah. So you've
Yeah.
got Fortnite where you can basically be out in the storm for ages. Then you moved on to Apex, very difficult to stay, but you can stay out in the storm for ages. Then you've moved on to Battle Royale. To Firestorm as another Battle Royale.
And
you
you
can't
can-
see fucking shit.
And you can stay in there forever.
But you can stay in there forever.
Yeah.
So, my next thought for another battle royale, and this is what I want to see: you basically die straight away.
Insta kill.
Yeah.
That's what I'm
I would
hyped for.
I would make it so that you can outrun the storm. Like
You want it slower.
you could just outrun it. So like it's gaining and you're just maybe even run at the same speed as the storm.
Yeah.
They might even do that now, I don't know. So that if you get caught in a firefight, you've got to fight. You can't run back in the storm
Exactly.
and hide.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I feel like I take complete advantage. Like I've played more Apex than you guys, probably everyone put together, including Rob.
In the world.
Yeah.
So I've taken so much advantage of of the storm in Apex.
Oh, yeah.
Because
Yeah.
people
Yeah.
don't realise how much you can survive in the storm. And I've played, I've got 1,000 kills on Lifeline. So a lot of Lifeline, basically, you can just, right up until the last storm, you can basically live in the storm.
Yeah.
And you manipulate that. I go around, I change areas, I come back and I'll kill a whole squad.
Yeah.
But
that works in that game.
it does work in that game, exactly.
But I know what
We
you mean.
don't need that in every battle royale.
No.
Yeah, I had a point and I've forgotten it.
That's
Well,
okay.
we had a game. Me and you, we played, and we were in the
Firestorm.
storm for the whole game. Like, the whole game.
Yeah.
We were even swimming in there. Like,
Oh, that's true. We swam like right across the lake.
yeah.
That's the other thing actually about it that I do really like. Huge map.
Yeah.
Map's giant. You never play on the same spot, which I think we said last time, because that's what they'd announced.
But you've experienced
Now
it.
If
I've
anybody can
experienced
tell me
it.
where Tilted Towers is in Firestorm, let me know.
Oh, true.
And it's on.
That's what I was going to say. I would really like a battle royale, like the movie Battle Royale, where it's like a grid setup, and they make certain areas. That's how I would like the insta kill thing. So it lets you know when the grid will become instant kill, and you have to leave that grid. So instead of it just being a circle coming in, eventually it will get to a small spot, but you make it
Random grids.
random
It's like
grids.
chess.
Okay, so once again, I was going to say something without any facts.
Here
For
we
the
go.
first time ever.
Once again.
Disclaimer.
Oh.
I watched Shroud on Twitch play a game, and I cannot remember what the game was called, that you've just described. It looked quite cool. He only played it once, and he never went back to it. It was very tactical, and there was a grid that would show up, and then you'd die if you're in a certain spot.
Yeah.
It was quite cool. It's
Yeah.
a great idea.
I think
do
it's,
not
I
remember
think
the
it's
name.
better than the circle.
We will find it, and we will remember that game.
Yeah.
Perhaps
The-
not. This will be the last time you hear us talking. Much like Shrek.
Fake news.
But yeah, I don't know. Well, when we got into a game, we had fun. It's just another battle royale.
Yeah.
There's not much else to say about it, really.
Yeah, don't buy the
Yeah,
game just for it.
that's-
Yeah.
That's a tough thing. It's just another battle royale.
Mm.
I don't think the industry can support a new one now. I think
No.
we've peaked.
Especially not one that you have to pay for.
Nah.
Then if it's gonna come out, it's got to be free to play.
Okay, real quick discussion point. Out of all games you've ever played, what one would you love to implement a battle royale game mode
Oh
to?
fuck.
Zelda Breath of the Wild.
Yeah, I would say
True.
something kind of like Skyrim,
Skyrim would be cool.
like a game that plays that kind of,
Yeah, right.
I don't know, a bit more customizable in terms of weapons.
Division.
True.
Well, you got the Dark Zone. No, I'm straight onto Zelda. That would be genius.
Yeah.
Battle Royale. If you were all basically Link individually dropping into a zone, and you had
True,
all the
with
same
the glider.
ability. Yeah,
It
and
works.
you had all of the abilities of Link, and you're all even from the start. Yeah, I'd enjoy that.
Mm.
Yep. Cool.
Fair.
Cool. I don't have one, so I provided the question. I feel like I don't need to contribute.
That's fair enough. Alright, got a couple more reviews, which I think either of you guys have played these ones.
Nah. I played all the other ones, but
So basically, Tropico 6 and Yoshi's Crafted World. Tropico 6 is really fun. It's not much different to the rest of them. It's added a few features.
I feel like they can't really change it too much. It's a good game from the first one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the idea of Tropico is you're essentially a dictator on it's South American, Middle American kind of island. You would suggest somewhere in the Caribbean. You're essentially a communist, usually dictator, and it's a city builder.
Yeah.
But it's a bit more society based.
Is this Evil Genius
Oh, Evil Genius!
reboot?
Nah, Evil Genius is way more fun.
True.
I like Tropico 6.
Yeah.
I've never played Evil Genius, but I like Tropico.
Back to the review.
Yeah.
Apologies.
No, I just don't know anything about it.
I'll buy it. I got it on Steam.
Fair.
Is it on Steam? I don't know, maybe.
Probably. Yeah, you basically, you build roads, you've got to build up stuff to export. It starts out that you are put in place by the Crown, which is essentially England, but it's just called the Crown. You then go through to extend your mandate by fulfilling objectives for them. Then advance to the World Wars. We have to kind of you either ally with the Allies or the Axis.
Question.
Yes.
in regards to the mandates, do you still lose the game if you don't complete them?
Yes.
I hated that about
timed,
it.
but it's so much easier to actually.
Oh, Tropico
complete
5, I
them.
hated it for having to complete mandates and then just be like, if I don't complete a mandate, come attack me. Let's go to war.
Yeah, I thought
Like,
it was like that at one point, but for this
really-
one, I just got
yeah.
booted out on one of my games.
There you go.
But then it moves on to the Cold War, and you have to deal with essentially the USSR and America, which they call the Western powers, and I don't think they call it like the Soviets, but it might just be like the communists. And then it's modern times, and you've got to deal with the EU, definitely Russia, China, America, and somewhere else. I can't remember where it is.
Yeah.
Might be England. No, because it's the EU. Or is it?
Brexit.
Yeah, topical. But it's very fun. It's all very cartoony and a bit stupid. Makes fun of communism a lot.
So this is Evil Genius.
For
Right.
sure. You can steal monuments. World monuments.
It's
and
Evil
put them on your-
Genius!
It is very similar to
Except
Evil
more like an
Genius.
island instead of just a small base.
Fucking Evil Genius!
Wasn't that just like you built a small base?
No,
An
you-
island.
on an island.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Sure.
I'll install it this afternoon. I'll
Yeah.
show you. It's brilliant.
There you go.
But yeah, Tropico 6 is fun. If you like city builders and you've never played Tropico before, give it a try because it's just a different take on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's got more depth than your standard city builder, I believe.
But it's also got less.
yeah.
Compared to something like City Skylines, it's not as in-depth as the city building.
Okay, so that game on console is shit.
Oh, I love it.
You can't control anything on there.
But in terms of like the society aspects, like you've got
Yeah.
a balance between originally it's like the revolutionaries and the royalists, and the next one you've got revolutionaries and like communists and capitalists, and then you've got to move up next and it's like environmentalists on top of that. It just keeps getting more complicated as eras go on, and
See,
it actually becomes really hard to balance.
It's where that loses me. Like that to me sounds like work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I like it. I give it a thumbs up. And Yoshi's Crafted World is what I'll be talking about now.
Cool.
Attaboy.
Giddy up.
Yes, this is going to be a real quick review because there's not much to really go into here.
Rob's gonna have more on this when he comes back from America. I would
Is he
say.
keen?
He went to the launch, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, of course, yeah. He
Yeah.
actually went to the
Actually,
Nintendo store in New York.
launch.
I don't think Reggie could show up. He sent Rob a message and was like, nah, sorry, man, can't make it.
Yeah, Rob was disappointed, but
Yeah.
when you're juggling so many appointments like Rob
Exactly.
is, it's hard.
True.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Greg. Don't know who Greg is, but Greg was there.
No, he wasn't that bad.
Love you, Greg.
But it's cute. I definitely use the word cute. Everything's paper crafted or like looks handmade. The way they've designed that is really cool. Pretty much everything they said in the trailers about that is accurate. There's not much more to go in on. If you want to know what I'm talking about, just look up a trailer for Yoshi's Crafted World. The levels just kind of are different takes on that. There's like an underwater one, which is really cool. It's got like paper plates as fish
Yeah.
with a little thing on the end. They
feel
got
like
googly eyes.
I feel like I'd give myself 45 minutes to an hour of playtime before I'm done with that. Yeah.
Fair. Like the levels are really simple. You're not going to be overthinking it
Kids game? Would you say
Definitely a kids
definitely
game.
a kids game?
because it's left to right. It's really simple platformer. There's a little bit that like younger kids might find hard, like aiming the eggs and stuff, but the enemies aren't really that tough to beat.
Yeah, okay.
Like you literally can just eat half of them.
Excellent.
Um,
Eating is essential.
yeah, and then
to a
poop
growing
out
Yoshi.
eggs, which is great. Always a classic Yoshi thing, just eating and pooping. Very quick.
Poos.
Doggo simulator.
It does have a doggo. It's got a little woolen doggo.
Attaboy.
That boy.
Clever girl.
Clever girl.
Yeah, it's just a classic Nintendo game, really. And it's fun, so if you like those sort of Nintendo platformers, you'll like Yoshi.
It's a pass for me.
But on that clever girl, there is definitely in Division 2. There is an
forgot about
outfit
that.
you can
How
get.
did that miss the review?
got it in there.
So when you get to the when you get to the top level sort of thing, you can pick a specialization, which is essentially like blow stuff up person, sniper person, blow stuff up with a crossbow person.
Yep.
And the crossbow person
Survivalist.
has a outfit which is exactly just Muldoon from Jurassic Park.
Yeah, clever girl.
Yeah.
So good.
Oh, I think I've never said that word as many times as when you put that hat on. I'm going to
Fun.
buy you that hat, I think. And every time you play, you have to wear it.
There's definitely 2 Jurassic Park references
Yeah.
in 2 episodes. I'm happy for that.
Did you get a little T-Rex back
I
trinket?
did. I actually got it.
Mm.
It didn't show up, but I got it.
Yeah.
And that's all our reviews, all our news, all our Greg Millers.
That's it.
That's it.
Nothing else anybody would like to discuss before we pull the pin on this yet again glorious episode of Pro Plays?
We are pro'd out.
Yeah.
Very proud out.
Yeah.
I think we've covered a lot.
Lots of discussion points.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll, I'll probably be talking about next episode Anno 1800, which is another strategy city sim builder.
Definitely leave that one to you.
Yep.
Division will be, I guess, again.
We may not cover it next week other than a brief, if
Depends
anything's
on-
changed, but the raids are not until after.
I'm just intrigued to how fast and if we can get to gear score 500 before raid.
I'm
Yeah.
saying no, we can't.
Yeah, I
Definitely.
agree, but I'd still like to find out.
Yeah.
We'll let you know.
Yeah. But we'll keep playing games
Badly.
very badly. We won't win. That's a promise.
Ever.
Alright. Thanks for listening, and we will catch you again in a couple of weeks.
And thanks, Greg.
Thanks, Greg.
Fuck off, Greg.
Love you.
Love you.